Hello, this is Math Models, topic 2-7, over box plots and stem and leaf plots. So first off, we need to remember our central tendencies. So we're going to fill in these blanks. What is the difference between the highest number and the lowest number? X max versus X min. That would be your range. What is the average, or X bar? That would be the mean. The value that occurs most frequently would be the mode. And the number that's in the middle of an ordered list, the mid, is called the median. And so mean, median, mode, and range, those are what you need to know, those terms. You need to remember them. Specifically, we're going to be dealing with the median. We also want to know our X max and X min today as we do our box plots. So, within a list of data, there are submedians known as quartiles. Okay, quartiles. And basically that's because it breaks it into quarters. All right. Now, the quartile that's the median of the lower half is the lower quartile. Or Q1. Q1. Now the quartile is the median of the upper half, is the upper quartile. Or Q3. When dealing with quartiles, the median itself can be thought of as a middle quartile, or Q2. So this is our data. This would be the minimum. This would be the maximum. This would be the median. And now your quartiles. And so we would call this Q1, Q2, and Q3. Lower quartile and upper quartile. And this is the basis for making a box plot. So here we're given a bunch of data and we need to find all of this information. Well, my range, that would be my biggest minus my smallest. That's my maximum. This is my minimum. So 41 minus 9 is 32. For the mean, we need to add all of them up and divide by how many there are. So 41, 28, 33, 22, 12, 13, 17, 15, 27, 18, 34, 21, 15, 26, and 9 gives me a total of 331. And then I divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I get approximately 22. Now for the mode, median, and quartiles, we want to make sure that everything is in numerical order. So I've gone ahead and already pre-written everything in numerical order. It's kind of small. So I'm going to blow that up for you. I've just rewritten all the numbers in order. And now I'm going to look for my mode first. Well, I've got two 15s. That's the only thing I have double of. So that means my mode is 15. Now we look at our median. Our median would be our middle number. So I'm going to go ahead and mark these. 9 and 41, that's the first one. Second one. Third one. Fourth one. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. And the 21 is our median. So I'm going to come over here and mark my median as 21. Now if I'm an upper quartile, I'm only looking at the first half of the data, from 22 to 41. I want to find the middle here. Well, there's the first, the second, the third, and the middle. And so that's my upper quartile, is 28. Time to write that down. Now for my lower quartile, I do the same thing. I need my lower half. So those are the first numbers, second numbers, third numbers, my fourth number. That would be Q1, or my lower quartile. So my lower quartile would be 15. And so that's my mean, median, mode, range, upper quartile, and lower quartile. Well, now that we know how to find all that data, this is just a review from a previous lesson. We need to go ahead and use it to create a box plot, a box and whiskers plot. So a box and whisker plot looks like this. We've got our box, and then we have our whiskers. And it breaks the data into 4 sections. The first fourth, the second fourth, the third fourth, and the fourth fourth. And a box and whisker plot is great for showing you how your data is spread out. Alright, so if we were to do this, our lowest would be our minimum, which we said was 9. Our lower quartile would be 15. Our median would be 21. Our upper quartile, 28. And our highest number would be 41. However, this is not done right because we need to do our box and whisker plot on a number line. And so here we have our number line, and we're going to put our information from our box and whisker plot on here. And first off, we need our minimum. Well, our minimum was 9. So I'm going to draw there. That's my minimum. And my maximum was 41. Now I need my 3 quartiles. The lower quartile is at 15. The median is at 21. And the upper quartile is at 28. And you'll notice I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers plotted on my number line, or rather plotted above my number line. And now I need to draw my box. I simply make a box out of what exists in the middle. And then I need to make my whiskers. I connect my box to my outside lines. And so this is the proper box and whisker plot for our data on the previous page. Notice it doesn't tell us a whole lot. We can't find our average from this. We can't find our mode from this. All it has is our median, our quartiles, our minimum, and our maximum. And it tells us how our data is spread out. So what does the length of the whiskers tell us? Okay. Well, because this is smaller, that means these are closer together. And this is longer, that means these numbers are further apart. So whiskers tell us that the data is more spread out at the end. Specifically, it says that the bottom 25% is 15 or less, and the upper 25% is 28 or more. What does the length of the box tell you? It tells me that the middle 25% is between 15 and 28. Sorry, not the middle 25%, the middle 50%. And so half of our data is in the box, and half our data is outside the box. So that's a box and whisker plot. Now let's go ahead and move on to a stem and leaf plot. Well, stem and leaf plot shows us the majority of the data is located. It's got the stem and the leaves. So what we're going to do is we're going to do kind of like a T-chart, but this side is a lot less than that. And over here, this is our tens place. This is our ones places. So if we look at our data, notice that we have 41 as our max, 9 as our least. So our tens digits, we have 4, 2, 3, 1, and 0. So I'm going to come over here and go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm just going to mark my numbers down. So I'm going to see if I can pull these together to where we can see all of the numbers. And actually I want to see them in order. So I'm going to go off of my list down here in order. Now 0, we only have 9. So I'm going to put 9. If I move up on my list, my next number was 12. And so I'm going to put a 2 over here for 12. My next number is this 13. So beside the 2, I'm going to put a 3 for the 13. My next number is a 15. So 1 and 5 make 15. I have another 15. So I'm going to put another 5. My next number up is 17. So I put a 7 by the 1. My next number up is an 18. So I put an 8 over here by the 1s. And that's all of my tens places. That's 10 through 19. Now I would pick up with my 20s. And my first number that's in the 20s is 21. So I'm going to put a 1 by the 2. Next I have 22. And then 26. And then 27. And then 28. And I'm done with my 20s. Now I look at my 3s. My 30s, my lowest 30 is 33. And then I have a 34. And last is 41. And so all of my numbers are now on here, but I do need to go ahead and make a key. And that would be that 0, 9, sorry, let's not go with 0, 9. Let's go ahead and go with 41. I'm just going to pick this one right here to be my key. So 41 equals 41. So 4 on one side, 1 on the other equals 41. And so that is my stem and leaf plot. Now, the box and whisker plot tells us where our data is by breaking it into quarters. The stem and leaf plot says, well, I've got a whole bunch of numbers in my 10s and 20s with just one number in my 40s. And so my data is grouped over here. And so that's a stem and leaf plot. Both of these are good tools for understanding how your data is spread out. Okay? All right. A stem and leaf plot is a pain in the neck sometimes because you have to record every number individually, and so sometimes it's just not feasible to do that. This was just about making box and leaf plots and stem and leaf plots. Good luck on your assignment. Have a good day.